Okay, let's talk about different period products because we have so many more products available to us now than we ever did when my mom was growing up and her grandmother was growing up, which is really exciting because it gives women so much more freedom in what to wear, how to feel comfortable, and I want to make sure you know all of the options. So hopefully most of us are familiar with the classic pad. It could be big, it could be small, it could have flaps that go around your underwear. Really great for overnight or when you're just feeling really heavy to use one of those larger pads. And then maybe on a lighter day, we are just switching to a panty liner. This can be really good for thinner underwear, more low profile, or maybe in combination with some of the other things I'm going to talk about. So then after pads, we have the tampon here. And because I don't want to assume anything, and because I have actually taught women in their 30s and 40s how to use a tampon for the first time, I'm going to do that as well. So what you're going to do is make sure your hands are clean and that you are either sitting on the toilet, or sometimes people put one leg up on the tub or a stool or something like that. And what we're going to do is pinch the tampon in the middle here. And then you are going to insert it vaginally all the way up to where your fingers are. And then you are going to push until that tampon, you can kind of see it there, inserts. It's coming out right now. And then the tampon will actually stay right inside. And then you will take that plastic off. And then what's left is a little string on the outside here, and then that tampon stays right where it needs to be. You will not lose your tampon up your cervix into your uterus. It will stay below your cervix. I promise you will not lose it. Even if this little string here gets tucked inside, you should definitely be able to still kind of separate that labia skin a little bit and then just pull that right out when you are ready to change it. And tampons can be really great for when you're swimming or when you're wearing a tight dress or tight pantser and you don't want to see any any pads or anything like that. But what can be really great to add on top of that is some period underwear, which is amazing that we have this now. Many different companies sell some period underwear, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's underwear that you can wear while you're on your period. It absorbs, it's made to absorb blood and get it off of your skin so that it's not irritating your skin. Oftentimes you wring it out kind of in your shower or industrial sink at the end of the day, and then throw it in the washer and air dry it. Lots of different styles, shapes, absorbency levels, so really great. So hopefully most of us know a little bit something about that, but there are also menstrual cups and discs. Now, these can be a little bit scary looking because they're a little bit large. They come in a bunch of different styles and sizes. And I have with me the Diva cup. So that's just one brand, just Diva is the brand. That has been so gracious to send me some free samples. And so what it does is it collects the blood and it can stay in your body all day long. So you can put it in at the beginning of the day and then take it out at the end of the day, which is really great because that means you don't have to continue going to the bathroom and changing things out. And so it can be really helpful for that. But it can be a little daunting when you see that and you're like, oh, how is that going to fit inside? Every brand is different, but I'll just show you a couple of examples of how you can insert the Diva cup here. So what you will do is you will pinch it and then fold it at the top here. So it looks kind of like a hot dog. And then you are going to insert it vaginally. And then as you let go, it will just pop up into its formation and form a little bit of a seal so that it will collect the blood there and nothing will leak out. So when we do that on our little model here, so again, we've got a little pinch, you want to try to make it as small as possible here. You want to get comfortable, maybe on the toilet, maybe on your back, maybe with your foot in the tub, or maybe in the shower actually is a great place to do this. And then you insert it vaginally, pretty much as far up as you can get it because you need to get it past your pubic bone here. And then once it's inside, you just let go. And just like that, it becomes the shape of the cup. And this little piece down here should not be sticking out. You should not be feeling that outside of that vaginal opening like the tampon string. It should stay right inside. And you can keep it in there all day. It should not move. It should not feel like it's heavy or anything like that. And then when you're ready to take it out, you just take your finger and push on it, and then that releases the seal, and then you just go whoop and dump it right in the toilet, and then you clean this off, and then it can be reused again the next day. Some brands have these fun little containers that you can just kind of pop it in there, put the lid on, shake it up with some mild soap without any perfumes or fragrances on it, be good to go. There definitely should be like a boiling process before and after your period so that you boil it in some hot water. I know this sounds like so much to use this menstrual cup for, but it's sustainable. You can use it for years if you have good quality ones, which can be really great for the environment, or when you're in a pinch and you don't have anything, you haven't bought any pads or tampons in a while, you've got that ready to go. Now there are different sizes, and pretty much every company has different sizes, so just read their instructions and their sizing guide to know what to do and which one to buy. Generally they're not too expensive, so if you do end up getting one and it doesn't quite fit right, you might want to try a different size. Now another product that has come out is more of the disc product. So this one is also from the company Diva, but like I said, there are lots of companies out there that sell a disc version. You insert it the same way, you pinch it and try to make it as tiny as possible. And then you go through that same process as the disc. You insert that vaginally, and when you have it all the way in, it kind of pops back out to its disc shape like a circle. And then you just leave it in there again all day. You want to make sure it's in up far enough past the pubic bone here. And then when you're ready to take this out, this brand has a little bit of like a pull string right here. And then you just pull that out and boop, pop it right in the toilet, and you're good to go. Same process here with boiling it and keeping it clean. Doing the cups and the discs when you're in the shower is really helpful, because then you can just wash away any extra fluids that we don't want on our hands. But yeah, that is all of our different menstrual products that we have access to now, which is really exciting. We don't just have to use the big pads with wings. We have plenty of different options to make sure that you are comfortable throughout your entire period. So let me know down below which ones you like to use, or even which brands that you like. I'd love to make a collection to show people how many different varieties of brands they are. And let me know if you have any questions.